That was Megan, one of the young divers here at the Ponsford Centre. She was doing what I am going to try and be doing off the 10-metre board behind me, with a bit of training from Adam Sutherland, one of the main coaches here. They have got 3, 5, 7 and 10-metre boards, so I'll go as high as I dare, and hopefully I'll at least jump off the top one, if not dive head first. This is Adam Sutherland, one of Ponsford's diving coaches. He's the guy that might be getting me to dive headfirst off a 10-metre board later on today. So just run through what we've got in plan for me today then, Adam.
Well, really, we'll have a look at some of the divers so you can see what it all looks like, and then measure again how scared we are of the idea. We'll start you nice and low, teach some fairly basic skills that you can transport higher and higher and higher up our boards until we achieve our goal this afternoon.
And how much of this, of my challenge today, is bravery and how much is technique?
I think if you're doing it all in one day, there's going to be a majority of bravery. My job is to try and improve the technique so much that you're really confident and you're happy to go higher and higher up the boards. And the more confident you are, you don't need to be so brave because you know it's going to work.
Perfect, sounds good to me.
Good luck.
Let's get cracking.
All right then. You're going to grab your hands, palms away from you like this, stick them over your head like this, look at the water and jump as high as you can and in. Next one's called a pike roll. So you start, you're still going to roll in just like the last skill. Yeah. Before you get there, you're going to start with straight legs and your hands reaching down behind your legs as low as you can go.
Feet together or what?
Feet together. Yeah. Nice straight legs, see how flexible you are.
Ready. And
then on 3, you lift your heels up and roll over onto your head and shoulders.
Just do the same again.
Exactly the same again. 1, 2, 3, go. Well, as you go higher, you spend more time in the air. And because you just keep rotating for as long as you're in the air, we've got to correct and adjust as you go higher. That means you'll rotate 180 degrees to handstand in the time you've got.
Yes.
So when I've been talking to you about aiming on a certain place on the water, we're going to change that to account for how much longer you're rotating in the air. Aside from that you keep looking at the water, that you keep your body really tight, that you're trying to keep hitting the water in a tight handstand upside down. That's exactly the same as you go higher.
With Adam's advice ringing in my ears, I took myself up to the 10-metre board at the very top of the Ponsford Centre, where I wandered out to the edge of the board and looked over the edge. And then went to the 7-metre board, where I wandered out to the edge again and decided that was far too high for me to dive off. And I then took the next flight of stairs down to the 5-metre board. Still out of my comfort zone, but this one I thought I could give a go. Now, all I had to remember was keep my arms and hands locked together, tight to my ears, my eyebrows and eyes pointing towards my hands, my back slightly curved, not arched, continue pointing and aiming at the spot 2.5 strikes over the edge of the pool, and to keep my feet and toes together. That was 5 metres, everyone. It might not look much from down here, but when you're up there, bursting head down towards the water, going head first towards it, with very little experience, it's really scary. That's as far as I'm going to go today, guys, but I'll go and see Adam now and see what he thinks of my work today. So Adam, that was 5 metres. What's the verdict?
You've done ever so well for one training day, for a fairly short training session. That was unbelievably brave. Well done.
And I mean, how much more do you think it would take for Jonny Dangerous to get up to 7 and maybe 10 metres?
Oh, you know what? It's a little bit individual and it takes a lot of numbers. It's a numbers game, is diving. That's why everybody trains twice a day, why they do thousands of dives a year and they have a really long career.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to get to where you can be just as confident with great technique on 3 metre, so you know that when you go upstairs to 5, it'll still be all right. There's usually a little wobble when that happens, so you've got to get over that and reinforce all the good stuff. And every time you go higher, you've got to go through that process. So it can be done, but to get as high as you've got in basically one session, really good work.
Excellent. Thank you very much for it.
No worries. Good job. Thank you.